Still.
Speaking of sad, my team lost.
Yeah.
Your team
My
lost.
team lost.
All of us.
We're all losers this week.
We're all out, but football pick'em though is a little bit different though.
That is
In
different.
the pick'em tournament.
That is different.
Yeah, it is.
Oh man. Yeah. We're all knocked out of the divisional round, but we're still here going to be talking about it because the Four Horsemen and Pick'ems, the divisional round, the playoffs starts right about now.
There we go.
Mm-hmm.
It's bittersweet, man. Bittersweet because I thought at least one of our teams was going to make it.
I thought so too, man.
But here we are. Regardless of that, football freaks, gridiron geeks, have no fear. Four Horsemen of Pick'ems are here in the flesh. Baby, how's it going, everybody? I, of course, am your host, the most, representing the -4 degrees with -27 wind chill. The Miami Dolphins, who lost to the Kansas City Chiefs this past Saturday. Sad. Big sad. Big sad. Joining me, as always, Elsie Muscles, whose Steelers lost to the Bills.
Unfortunately,
Sunday,
but you know what? We gave it our
on
all.
Monday, because that game got pushed back because of the weather.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just unfortunate, but you know what? We got some pieces for the future, and we'll see what happens in the offseason. I'm hoping at this point in the offseason, I'm hoping the Steelers just play a lot better. I'm really hoping we just play better in general. But next year, we got the 5th hardest schedule going the next year. Which is insane.
I haven't even.
I think the Ravens are I think the Ravens are the number 1 hardest next year.
Wow. And of course, he's dumbfounded, and so are we. Tiny Tim, representing America's team, the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, it's me, Tiny Tim, once again here, and yeah, I am just totally dumbfounded about what I saw this past Sunday. I'm telling you, it was like, as I was telling the guys the day after it happened, last time I saw something this awful and so putrid was when Ivan Drago killed Apollo Creed.
If he dies, he dies.
Guys,
I cannot be defeated.
And we did.
Did.
Yeah.
It's another week. It's another year where we all go into the off season with more questions than answers, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
I know that they said that McCarthy is coming back.
Yeah, he does have 1 year left on his contract.
1 year left on the deal.
So I'm not sure about that. Everybody was ready to jump on Bill Belichick to come to Dallas. We were just all waiting on that. And now we got a possibility that our great defensive coordinator may become a head coach somewhere else.
Dan Quinn in the second go around.
Yeah, and I can't really put all the blame on Dak Prescott. Basically, he had a hell of a season.
He did.
He did. It was very good. He was in the MVP talks for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I don't know. I mean, I read some article where it says that Dak Prescott is now almost the playoff prototype of Tony Romo.
Oh,
They got similar molds in the playoffs.
Yeah, similar molds, but somehow that mold's going to have to be broken somehow.
It's gonna have to be.
mm-hmm. Yeah. Damn, man.
Oh, Alex, I forgot to tell you, your
What's that?
team though, Dolphins are actually the 7th easiest. The Steelers are the 3rd hardest, Ravens are the 2nd hard, and the Browns are the 1st.
What are we?
7th easiest schedule next
7th
year.
easiest schedule next year,
Yeah.
which means we'll probably be, what were we this year? 11-6?
11-6 this year.
We'll probably be the exact same, if I had to guess.
I think you guys are going 12-5.
I had to guess because we got to play Green Bay in Green Bay, which is going to be sweet. We got to play Indy. We got to play Jacksonville. We got to play Houston, Tennessee again, Bills, Patriots, Jets twice. And I think the NFC West, which means I think we play the 49ers next year.
Yes, you do. You play 49ers next year.
Oh, you know what that means. Oh, you know what that means. Snowman. A-bomb.
A-bomb.
A-bomb. Is she? You come to our house, The Rock, if you smell what I'm cooking. Hey.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
So, with all that being said, I know I said last week we were going to open up the floodgates, but I'm a little tired this past week because I was in Orlando visiting some friends and I still haven't gotten my sleep. So, what we're going to do is we're going to save opening the floodgates for next week. We're going to have a hell of a show next week, but
it's only 2 games next week, so
Two
much easier.
Yeah, it'll be much easier for us to
do 2 games versus 4. It's much
Exactly.
easier doing 2.
100%. So it's going to be the 3 of us tonight. Going to be breaking down all the divisional round games, and that's how it's going to be. So let's not waste any time. But first,
Because Tubby
banana. Yep,
is
that's right. Hey, Benji, what's going on?
What's up, Benji?
Come on, Benji, Snowman, RB,
Yeah, Snowman.
RJB, Moss, John, Mr. Natali, John Jansen. What's going on, everybody? Appreciate you all
What's
for tuning in. And of course,
how
the
you
people
guys
on
doing?
X. I see you
On.
too. That's right. I see you people on the X too. So, anyways, let's not waste any time. Let's get right down to it. Starting out, we have the Houston Texans and the Baltimore Ravens. This game is in Baltimore. And from what I'm seeing right here, the Ravens are 9-point favorites.
They're actually 9.5.
Ooh, went up just a little bit. All right,
Just a
referee
bit.
for this game is.
John Hussey.
And this game will be on ABC, ESPN, and ESPN Plus, and ESPN Deportes, wherever you can get that. Joe Buck and Troy Aikman on the call. Lowest ticketed price, $119.
That sounds about right for this game. And interesting to say the least. The good thing is we at least got some good refereeing hopefully for the divisional playoffs. You got the
Hopefully.
cream of the crop. So
Get the cream of the crop. Oh, yeah.
So who we got calling this one?
Oh, Joe Buck and Troy Aikman. This is on ABC, CBS.
Oh,
or
I mean, the
ABC,
referee.
ESPN. And it's who's the referee again?
John
John
Hussey.
Hussey.
John Hussey.
Unfortunately,
John
there's
Hussey's
no
referee.
Manning cast, unfortunately.
No Manning cast, but we do have a super chat. We got Grange. Can't ignore me now.
Hey,
What's
With a
up,
tour.
how
man?
you doing?
Thanks, Grange. Much obliged. No, we cannot. Heart that. Respect. Who you guys got and why for the Ravens and the Texans? I want to hear from LC first because it's the
His
Ravens.
division.
It's
Yep.
my division. Yep, it is my
Yep.
division. Houston Texans and Baltimore Ravens. The line never, from what I saw, the line never changed on my end throughout the week. It actually did go down, but no change at the end of it. But it actually
Hold on.
started off at 10. Actually started off at 10, then went to 9.5, then 9. Then I saw as low as 8.5 as some sports
Wow.
books. So it changed. It had some change throughout the week, but overall, from when I reported from the first line when I created my notes, there was no change there. In week 1, the Ravens and Texans did meet up. It was CJ Stroud's first start ever. The Ravens unfortunately won 25-9.
Did.
They have met once in the playoffs before. The Ravens won 20-13. That was when they went to I think the Ravens were a 2 seed in 2012, and that was the year they were. I think, yeah, they almost. That was the 2012 year where they beat the Patriots. I'm pretty sure. No, wait, no, that was 2011. That was the year they lost the Patriots in the AFC Championship game.
Right.
They lost to the Patriots in the AFC Championship game that year. Ravens lead the overall series 11-2. Houston has never won in Baltimore before. They average about 11.86 points. Yep, never.
Ooh.
Only 2 wins were in Houston, averaging about 11.86 points on the road in 7 historical games against the Ravens. The Ravens average about 26.29 points in 7 games at home. The Ravens have only won 1 playoff game as a 1 or 2 seed, and that was against the Texans. This game is going to be interesting to say the least, especially with the fact that Mark Andrews could be coming back this week for the Ravens ever since that bad injury. It's going to see realistically to tell how the Texans are going to be able to adapt from their first matchup. I think the big thing is the Texans have completely changed from that first matchup. Well, Baltimore, they've been good, but realistically, the Ravens do have issues, especially in the playoffs. They've since Lamar Jackson has been the starting quarterback, they've only won 1 playoff game, which does concern me a little bit if I want to pick the Ravens at home. And the thing is, the Texans were really able to shut down the run last time they played against the Ravens. That was week 1. Houston was able to shut down the Ravens. No Raven averaged more than 38 yards a carry. 38 yards in total. Lamar Jackson led the team with 38 yards rushing that week, and he also did not have. He had also one of his worst statistical games all year, allowing 4 sacks, having no touchdowns through the air, having 1 interception, no offensive touchdowns for him whatsoever. There are some key players, though, I will be taking into an eye into this game. That is, say, Flowers, who had 9 catches for 78 yards for the Ravens in their first matchup, and then for the Texans, one of my other big matchups is Nico Collins, who has 6 catches for 80 yards in the last game. And now Nico Collins, without Tank Dell, is probably going to get a bigger share. So how are the Ravens really going to be able to shut down Nico Collins? That's going to be a big thing for the Ravens to do, and that's a big X factor. My other big X factor for this game, a person that really did not have that big of an impact in the first game, but should have a much bigger impact this game, is my boy from FAU, Devin Singletary. He only had Go Owls 15 rushing yards in 7 attempts the last game. But I think, though, the Texans, they're looking at this game thinking that they had a rough start to their season. But you know what? Times are about to turn, though. And the Baltimore Ravens, historically, ever since that Super Bowl run, the last time they had the Super Bowl run, and then now, they've only won 2 playoff games since the last Super Bowl. They've only won the playoffs twice. So that being said, Alex, sound the alarm.
Oh. Pretends to be shocked.
Stop it. The Ravens have only won once as a 1 or 2 seed. They've never won as a 1 seed. They've won.
Shocked.
They've never won as a 1 seed. They've only won 1 game as a 2 seed when they lost. And then, get this, against the AFC South team. Once again, they lost to Peyton Manning, the Colts, in 2006 as a 2 seed. And they lost in 2019 as the number 1 seed to the Tennessee Titans.
Yes, they did.
And they only have 1 playoff win against an AFC South team historically, and that is against the Houston Texans. And the Texans, they're going to get their revenge and shock the world. I'm taking CJ Stroud.
The Texans.
I'm taking the Strouds to get the win in Baltimore. I think they get the big win here. I think they go to the AFC Championship for the first time. And you know what I think is what I made this prediction? I see a lot of the 2008 Baltimore Ravens and this Houston Texans team. I see a lot of similarities with the fact that Joe Flacco, like the thing is, the 2008 Ravens and the 2023 Texans are nearly identical teams when it comes to defensive efficiency and offensive efficiency, especially the fact that also the Ravens had to deal with a lot of growing pains with not really having a top tier receiver until the playoffs with Joe Flacco really developing. And Joe Flacco was able to become playoff Joe Flacco and go on the road, get his big wins in the playoffs. Because in 2008, they were able to win their game, and that was a road game they had to go play because the Steelers were the number 1 seed that year. They had to go on the road, but this time the Texans had to play at home. They got their win, and then they went on the road and beat an opponent on the road. And this time, last time in 2008, the roles were reversed. It was an AFC South team where the Titans were hosting the Ravens. Actually, no, the Steelers were the 2 seed. I'm sorry. The Titans were the 1 seed that year.
Right.
The Ravens went in and shocked the world and beat the Titans. And I think the Texans this time, however, I think they could get it done too. Final score, Houston Texans win in overtime thanks to a Khair Fairbairn field goal, 30-27. Give me the Texans. If you see 9.5 still on the board, take it. It's not going to be around much longer. I doubt it's going to last long.
Holies.
Went 4-2 last week.
I did go 4-2 last week.
I went 4-2 last week as well. I'm still alive in the Pick'em tournament.
Unfortunately, Tiny Tim is out.
Wow.
That's all right, Tiny Tim. You know what?
Oh, well.
The good thing is we got a Horseman that's going to win this year.
That's right.
You're going to see a Horseman. You're going to see a Horseman win at least one of them. We'll see, man.
At least I can be proud of that.
That's right.
Exactly.
Amen.
You made it to the playoffs. Exactly.
All right. So Texans are coming off an impressive home victory over those. Where is he?
The Cleveland Clowns.
Eric, Jack, I'm sorry. The Cleveland Clowns. There we go. While the Ravens are coming off of the bye week. They were the number 1 seed in the AFC. They had the first round bye. The rest could be a good thing there for the Ravens, but the starters haven't played well the last few weeks, except for the Dolphins game. We don't talk about that. That might matter. This will be the first road playoff game for one CJ Stroud, which can be a challenge. It can be even tougher against the Ravens defense. They will throw a bunch of different looks at CJ Stroud. How he handles those will be key. Lamar Jackson will be the league MVP. I think he should win MVP. That's just me.
Agreed.
But he has to go out there and show that he can do it in a playoff game. He still hasn't proven it in the playoffs. In regular season, he has. Playoffs, he has not. The pressure is on, but I think in this offense, he will respond. Look for a lot of points as both quarterbacks play well, but at the end of the day, when in doubt, I'm going to go home team. I think it's going to be a last-second field goal from one Justin Tucker, the greatest kicker of all time. Give me the Baltimore Ravens to move on to the AFC Championship. Final score, 31-28. Quote the Raven, evermore.
All right. Well, very, very good information on both sides of this matchup. Surprised to learn about the playoff history for the Ravens, and in particular, Lamar Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
This is a real teacher versus student matchup here. You got the old veteran against the young stud, CJ Stroud. I mean, this is going to be very interesting. These Houston Texans have gone probably far beyond anyone ever imagined.
Right.
And this is going to be a good scoring game. This is going to be a high scoring game, but I'm sorry to say to the Texans, not yet. Not yet. We've seen something good, but we just need a little bit more. They're just going to come up short. This is my point spread game of the week.
Oh,
I've got the Ravens behind Justin Tucker, late field goal, 33-30. Ravens with the win, Texans with the points.
there we go. Brian, what's going on, brother? What beer am I drinking this weekend? Anything strong. Simple as that. All right. Next game on the list we have is the Green Bay Mother 11 Packers and the San Francisco 49ers. This game is at Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. And from what I'm seeing right here, the Niners are 9.5-point favorites.
You're right. They actually did drop overall from the point spread for the week. It was originally starting off at 10, just like the Ravens, and then it's now a 9.5-point favorite. So you are correct.
All right. The referee for this game is
Alex Kemp.
And calling the game, this game is going to be on, I believe this is on Fox.
Yep.
Yes, it is. So we got Kevin Burkhardt and Greg Olson on the call. Lowest ticketed price, $227.
I'm actually surprised that cheap. I thought it would be way higher.
I thought so too. Patrick Starr with $1.41.
Yeah, I'm wondering now that the Broncos
Why?
may be considering keeping Russell Wilson, I wonder if he's going to cook next year with the Broncos being that incompetent.
Interesting thought process. I'm going to go first here if you all don't mind. So the Packers looked really good in beating up on the Cowboys last week on the road. Sorry, Tim, but the fact of the matter is Jerry World is basically Lambeau South.
Right.
Winning a second straight road game against the NFC's best team will not be easy. The 49ers will be rested coming off of the bye week. Will there be rust? We shall see. Jordan Love has been special the last 8 weeks and showed up in a big way last week against Dallas. I think that carries over here. The 49ers defensive front is tough, but the Packers offensive line is playing pretty well as well. If you can block them, you can beat them. The Packers will have a big day throwing it. The 49ers will score as well, as Brock Purdy also has a big day. This will be a shootout, but at the end of the day, the fact of the matter is the 49ers have always, and I mean always, been the kryptonite of the Green Bay Packers, and I think that carries over here. San Francisco moves on to the NFC Championship game once again. I got the 49ers beating the Green Bay Motherland Packers 34-28. Bang, bang! Niner gang.
Tiny Tim?
Actually, I want to hear what LC has to say first.
Okay. All right, fine. I'll go ahead and go first on this.
You're right. I forgot about the 98 championship. My bad. But you know what? I'm going.
The 49ers lead the overall playoff matchup history between these two teams 5-4. It is actually crazy that there's the most. I think this is, other than Packers Cowboys, this is one of the most popular playoff matchups in NFL history. Packers' last road playoff win in San Francisco was in 1998, 23-10. That was the last one, that NFC Championship game. That was the last time. And the 49ers are 3-2 versus the Packers at home in the NFC playoffs. The 49ers are averaging 27.8 points in 5 home games, while the Packers are averaging 26.2 in 3 road playoff games. I will say that the Packers will keep this for sure. This is my point spread game of the week, and I think the 49ers will keep it close. But in the end, I think the Packers are a much better team. I think their overall defense is a lot stronger. And I think the fact is, I think Kyle Shanahan, if this is the time to win the big one, this is his time. He's got to get it done. I think that Kyle Shanahan will have an answer for the Packers. And I think that the big thing is the Packers will have a lot of weapons, but none of them are clearly as big or as dominant as George Kittle, Christian McCaffrey, and Deebo Samuel.
And Brandon
Ayuk. Having all those weapons, the Packers have no way to be able to carry that. The Packers were able to shut down the Cowboys well, but the Cowboys' weapons weren't as consistent as the 49ers' weapons were this year. Sure, they had a little streak in the midpoint of the season. They were able to improve on that, though, and their only other losses to the Ravens. So I think that the 49ers are realistically going to get themselves a big win, and I think they will get the job done at the end of the day. My final score is going to be, I'm going to say 34-30. Give me the 49ers. And don't worry, yes, for Shark Horse, I will wave the terrible towel at pride.
That's right. Do it with pride, LC.
Here we go, Steelers.
Got a Super Bowl.
The Steelers are going to Super Bowl. But they
next
have
year.
to buy tickets.
Or you have to play Madden.
You have to play Madden, exactly. I'll still rep my team to the day I die. All right, Tiny Tim, now it's your turn.
All right, it is my turn now. And well, after hearing all that, looking on both sides, I'm telling you, as you see right here, I'm still dumbfounded. I mean, my Cowboys got dumbfounded. We got sideswiped, T-boned, rear-ended, head-on collision.
Crash, boom, bang, scrap. Snap,
too.
crackle, pop.
That too. I mean, the Cowboys defense just did not see that offense coming, because I think they were also concentrated on trying to defend the passing game. They forgot about the running game, and they let Aaron Jones just run up and down that place. So, yeah, still singing. It's going to take a while. But anyway, the Packers move on to Levi Stadium. This is also going to be a very interesting game, a very close game here. San Francisco's got some great weapons as well. But in the end, I'm going to go ahead and take San Francisco by the late field goal once again. And Green Bay is just going to come up just a little bit short. I mean, Green Bay is great, but I think San Francisco right now is the better team. Give me the Niners over the Packers, 36-33. A-Bomb, you're welcome.
Hey, Mom, you are welcome. Snowman, you are welcome. Ishii,
Yes, sir.
you are welcome as well.
Right.
And I think Grange as well, because I think he's a 49ers fan as well. No, Grange is a Cardinals fan. I'm thinking about King Leo. My apologies. All right. Next game, we get to the Sunday games. This one actually could be interesting. As it is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Detroit Lions. This game is in Detroit. And from what I'm seeing right here, Lions are 6.5-point favorites.
You're right again.
Six
and a
two
half.
out of 3 so far. I'm happy with that.
Referee for this game is
and it's Bill Vinovich.
And calling this game on NBC and Peacock, Mike Tirico and Chris Collinsworth. Lowest ticketed price. Oh, baby.
500 plus. It's gotta be.
Gotta be. I'd probably say around 450-ish.
What's that song by Iron Maiden? Number of the Beast.
666.
666.
Yep.
Wow.
Oh,
$666.
Oh, good Lord.
Yeah.
That's insane.
So who you guys got and why for the Bucks and the Lions?
First of all, I want to say thank you to Tampa Bay for sending those chickens' asses home.
That's right. If you can't win, neither can they.
Send those chickens home, back to where they belong. Yes, it stung me so bad when my Packers got bitch slapped. I mean, when my
Whoa, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
What, Tiny Tim?
You're who?
God, I hate when that happens.
I'm so confused. What happened there, Tiny Tim? You're who?
Yeah, I was so thankful for the Eagles that they bitch slapped the
Eagles bitch slap. What?
So much better than the Eagles.
The Eagles are
lost.
so better than the Eagles.
Hold up a second. I think I'm missing. I think I'm missing something.
What are you doing?
Hold on. Just stay cool. Stay cool.
This is going on the highlight reel.
Okay. We're going to have to take this from the top here.
There it is.
This is my commentary for Buccaneers against Lions. I think this is take 3 or take 2.
Take 3. Ready?
3.
And
1, 2, 3.
action.
Well, anyway, let me get my clipboard back up off the floor. Gosh, it's been crazy ever since Sunday, I'm telling you. Anyway, as I was trying to say before I got so tongue-tied.
Trust me, it happens to me too.
Doink.
I want to thank Tampa Bay for bitch slapping those Philadelphia Eagles. Probably about as bad as those Packers bitch slapped my Cowboys.
There we go.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's what I wanted to say. So that makes Tampa Bay look pretty good in this game, but they got the Detroit Lions, who have been, tell you what, from the second part of last year until this and all the way through this year, Detroit has really showed some grit.
Great.
And
I love it.
Tim's still drunk. Hey, Grange, I am sober as I can be. I may have a little drink later on, but I'm not right now here.
Smart.
Anyway, this is going to be a very good
Smart
game,
man.
but I think this is where Tampa Bay's run ends. Once again, thank you, Tampa Bay, for getting the chickens, sending their asses home. But I'm going to go with Detroit here. I'm going to say it's give me the Lions. I'm going to say 30 to 24. 30 to
The
24.
Lions moving on.
Give me the Lions, but Alex, just one more time. Even though those chickens have been sent home, I gotta hear the senator because
The Eagles are so much better than the Eagles.
Senator Romy
Senator
with a
Romy.
mustache, unless he had a mustache.
All right. All right. So both of these teams are coming off of big home victories. While the Lions earning another home playoff game inside Ford Field, which I don't know if you guys heard this or not, but this past Sunday game against the Rams and the Lions was the fourth loudest game ever played.
wow,
Decibel wise, the fourth loudest.
wow,
The Bucks blew out the
crazy.
Eagles, which we all know was absolutely awesome.
Yes,
Baker Mayfield.
That was
Baker Mayfield came up big. Lions
Baker's
had to
Mayfield.
hold on against the Rams. Detroit played well on offense, but defense, he had a little bit of flaws. That's not going to lie. And Kirby Joseph, that late
Right.
hit on Tyler Higbee, that was kind of dirty.
that
Gotta
was.
say, it was kind of dirty. Showed some flaws. That could lead to another good day for Baker Mayfield and his receivers. I think Jared Goff will also play well, especially if he can handle that Buccaneers blitz. Ben Johnson will have a plan for that. I have no doubt about that in my mind because he will have a lot of job offers because Ben Johnson is a head coaching candidate this
Absolutely.
go around, as is Aaron Glenn, the defensive coordinator.
yeah,
Lions beat the Buccaneers earlier in the season in Tampa, but it was close. That was a close game. I believe the final in that one was, what was it?
20-6.
20-6. It's pretty close. I think this game will also be close. But I think this time, Tampa gets their revenge. I think Tampa gets payback and advances to the NFC Championship. Baker Mayfield will keep it rolling. With all that being said, sorry, Lions fans, I got to do it. Sound the alarm. That's right. Hey, Tampa Bay, the Bucks are ready to shine. Buccaneers. Go Bucks. 28-24. Give me Tampa Bay.
Wow.
whoa,
That is big. Ty, did you give your prediction?
Wait, hold
That
on.
is-
Before you say that, I got 2 words for you, Johnster. Actually, you know what? I'll have Sirianni do it himself. This right here, wait. There we go. See ya.
Whoa. I gave my pick. I picked 30-24 Detroit.
Alrighty, so my turn to pick this one,
Mhm.
and I am the tiebreaker here. Buccaneers did win in week 620. Lions won in week 626 over the Buccaneers. And that was the creamsicle game where the Buccaneers were in the creamsicle.
And one of the
uniforms.
creamsicles. That's right.
The Buccaneers and the Lions, they have played on the playoffs once, and this was Barry Sanders' last playoff game in 1997, December 28th, 1997, the wild card.
Wow.
Only matchup between them. The Lions lead the overall series, though, 32-29. The Lions are 1-4 in their last 5 matchups versus the Buccaneers, allowing 32.8 points in their last 5 matchups, while the Lions only scored 19.8 in their last 5 home games versus the Buccaneers, which is crazy to think about. Most of those games, a good amount of those games in the past couple of years were with when Tom Brady was on the team, and that was when he was dominating for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Right.
But Tampa, let's be honest here, Baker Mayfield is not Tom Brady. The Lions, though,
Not
they have a
Jameis Winston
completely
either.
He's not Jameis Winston either. The Buccaneers have a much different team compared to the way they have. They still have a lot of great receiving options with Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Kate Otten, and you also have young guys like Trey Palmer as well fitting that Buccaneers roster. The Lions do have an overall solid team with one of the best offensive lines left in the playoffs, and the Lions offense definitely needs to get things going. I think they should have put up more points than they did against the Rams last week. That was a phenomenal game, by the way. That Rams-Lions was an excellent game to watch. One of the top games of the year. And one of the big things is that this game is going to come down to which defense can realistically make the biggest stock. My biggest X factor is Aiden Hutchinson for this game.
That's right.
He's going to have to really put himself on the line and get us to have a big game, because in week 6, when they did play, Aiden Hutchinson did have a good game from what I remember. He got a few good opportunities on him, and Aiden Hutchinson was just held. Pretty much, he was so close about 5 different times that game from getting a sack. The Buccaneers only allowed 1 the last matchup, though, in Tampa, and the Lions allowed 3. So that isn't a big thing of concern, though. But in the end, I think that Tampa Bay, unfortunately, will fall to Detroit. I think Detroit's just overall the better team, and I think that home environment is going to be way too much compared to Tampa. Like, trust me, the environment in Detroit is a lot better than the environment in Tampa. But the one thing that I did like about this matchup, though, is with that reporter, though, asking Todd Bowles about how the weather in Detroit is going to affect the team, even though
they're in a dome.
They're in a dome. And then Todd Bowles just goes, yeah, it'll be cold for like 20 seconds when you get off the bus, and then we'll be fine.
Yeah.
I just love how he handled
it's air
that.
conditioned.
Exactly. It's air conditioned. I love how he handled it. It was so funny. But in the end, though, I like this Bucs team, and I think Todd Bowles has definitely earned himself an extension in Tampa Bay. I think Baker Mayfield earned himself another contract with the Buccaneers, because this was only a 1-year prove-it deal, and I definitely think he proved it. And I think the Buccaneers are the best team in the NFC South for a while. I don't see anyone else beating them. So, you had to run Bucs, but in the end, Detroit is just a better team here. I think they get the job done. My final score is 31-27. Give me Detroit Lions. I think Buccaneers will cover with the points, but I think the Lions overall will win at home.
By the way, just because this is up here, I feel like playing it. Where is it? Right about there.
Bitch, are you for real?
Yes, I am. All right. Last game on the list. I think we all can agree that this is the game of the week. As it is the Kansas City Chiefs and the Buffalo Bills. This game is from Buffalo. And from what I'm seeing right here, the Bills are 3-point favorites.
It's actually 2.5.
All right, 2 for 4 this week. I went half and half. Not too bad. Referee for this game is
Sean Hockley.
And being that this is on CBS, we get to hear Tony Romo cream his pants, because that's exactly what he's going to do. He's get to see Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes once again. Oh, my God. And Jim Nance and Tony Romo calling the game. Lowest ticketed price, $201. $201.
That's surprising, though.
Yeah. Crazy. Who you guys got and why? Chiefs versus the Bills. Actually, you know what? I'll go first because this represents one of my teams in my division, so I guess I can kick us off, if you know what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
So this is the game of the week, as we said, between two teams that have met in the playoffs in recent years. But this game is in Buffalo. It's at Highmark Stadium, New Era Stadium, Buffalo Bills Stadium, Ralph Wilson. That means Patrick Mahomes will be playing in his first road playoff game in his career. All right. Mm-hmm. It sure does not come in an easy place to play. The Bills have rolled into the playoffs needing to win every game down the stretch, which they have, but they have some major defensive injuries. Chiefs offense showed last week against the Dolphins. Showed well last week against the Dolphins, so that could be a problem here for the Bills. Josh Allen has to limit the mistakes, which he did in the victory over the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think he does here as the Bills beat the Chiefs to advance to the AFC Championship game. I have the Bills going on probably to Baltimore. If my playoff prediction stays true, it'll be Bills versus Ravens in Baltimore and 49ers versus Buccaneers in Santa Clara. So I'm going the Bills over the Chiefs 31-21.
No, it's the Bills! Buffalo all the way this time!
Because nobody circles the
wagons like the Buffalo Bills.
That's for you, Gare Bear. Sir. Who's next?
You know what? I'll go next. I will go next because why not? Because I can.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be interesting to say the least in regards to the game. The Bills and the Chiefs are really big rivals, and this is going to be a huge game no matter what. The Bills won in week 14, 20-17. The Bills are 2-3 in playoff games versus the Chiefs overall. The Bills are 2-1 in home playoff games versus the Chiefs overall, though. So that's the good thing about it. The Bills are averaging 24.66 points in 3 home playoff games, and Chiefs are averaging 19.33 in road playoff games. The last overall win for the Bills against the Chiefs was in 2012, 35-17. So literally, it's been a while since the Bills have beaten the Chiefs. The Chiefs have always seemed to had their number, which is crazy to think about. And I'm really interested to see how the Bills will be able to cover the Chiefs' top receivers, Rashid Rice being one of them. And the Chiefs realistically did not really impress me that much, to be honest, with the fact that they did not look great against the Dolphins. They did enough to get the job done, but in the end, they should have won by more. I think the Chiefs' offense is nowhere near as good. The Chiefs' offense is nowhere near as good as it's been the past few years. Their defense is holding things together. But Patrick Mahomes having to go on the road for the first time in his career in the playoffs is definitely a great sight to see. It gives the Bills more of a chance. And I think the Bills just overall having that number on them, like having that win on them, is going to haunt the Chiefs. The Chiefs are going to do what they can at the end of the day. But no, Patrick Mahomes, you're not going to be crying because of a bad ref call this time, however. You're going to cry because the Bills are going to whoop you in Buffalo. Let's be honest here. I think the Bills win this game by 8 points. I think the Bills win this game convincingly. I think they win this game by 10 points.
Oh.
I think overall, though, I think the Buffalo Bills right now are the better team, and I think that they will get the job done. They've been waiting for this moment to go to the AFC Championship game. They have not been in an AFC Championship game since 1993, and this will be their first opportunity to go there, and it will be glorious. And when you think about it like this, it's been 20 years since the last AFC Championship game. It's been 30 years. Why not make it? Why not break that trend now? I talked about trends breaking before. It's going to happen again. My final score: Bills 33, Chiefs 23. Bills get the job done and go to the AFC Championship and host it against the Houston Texans, in my opinion. For me, it'll be Bills, Texans, and Packers and Lions and 49ers are my championship games, conference championship games.
You know what that means?
That means
No, it's the Bills! Buffalo all the way this time!
Yeah.
Well, my friends, this game was probably the toughest one to pick of all the games.
I agree.
Very tough.
I can agree.
Kansas City have great weapons on offense. So do the Bills. Kansas City's defense is a little bit suspect, but they can be very good. I guess you could probably say the same thing about the Bills.
Good.
Looking at this up and down, Patrick Mahomes playing his first road playoff game. I mean, it doesn't seem real, but it is.
It is. He's been in the league for what? 7 years now? 7 years, and this is his first ever road playoff game.
7 years in the league, 6 years as a starter.
Yeah.
Because that first year, Alex Smith was still with the Chiefs.
Right.
So this, their offenses, their defenses are almost a little similar. Buffalo is really tough at home. Guys, I got a little faith inside.
Whoa.
wow. Coin flip.
You're coin flipping this.
This is how difficult it was for me to pick a winner in this game.
Wow.
And so, set this to the side a little bit. The heads here. This will be the visiting team, the Chiefs. And the other side, whatever this is, that's
I can't
Nevada.
tell.
Oh, it's a state. It's a state quarter for
State
Nevada.
of Nevada.
Nevada, nice.
Oh, Vegas.
So Nevada will actually be Buffalo.
Right on.
So heads is the Chiefs.
Chiefs.
Tails is the Bills.
Bills. Okay.
Somebody count me off.
I got you.
All
3,
right.
2, 1. Baba
Baba
Boy.
Boy.
Oh, boy. Gotta try it again.
Okay. Baba Booey.
Baba Boy.
Baba Booey. And according to the coin flip,
Please, 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 please.
sound the alarm.
Oh man.
No.
Yeah,
Oh,
I hate to do this to you, Gary. I love you, brother. Realistically, it isn't an upset. It's not really an upset. It's only like 2.5 point
Go with the
favorites.
spread, yeah.
But with the spread, I mean, I can see that, but it looks like it's gonna be Kansas City taking the victory. Patrick Mahomes gets his first road playoff victory with a late field goal by Harrison Butker. Give me the Chiefs over the Bills, 36-33. However, I will not be a bit surprised if Buffalo wins it. So, yeah.
So there we go.
Before we do that, Alex, before we close the show, I actually wanted to give an update because Dashi actually sent me this Because in Max Pick'em tournament, I'm facing one of the people who was in the finals last year
Oh,
in mind, who is the 7th seed, and pretty much it'll be up to that point. Pretty much, I know my standings for that, so we'll see how that goes. But in Dashy's one, there is a stipulation where I can win the entire. I can win the entire pick'em. I can win the entire pick'em if this happens this week. So
you could.
yes, I can. I can actually ping so. One thing is, if I get 1 out of the 4 divisional games correct, if I only need one of the 4 divisional games correct, and the person behind me, which was 6 games behind me at this point, can get 1 out of the 4 incorrect, then I will officially win Dashy's tournament.
There we go.
So I need the person who's in second place to get one of them wrong. To pick one wrong. All he needs is one wrong, and
Just one.
Just one.
Just
as
one.
long as I beat him by 1, technically, I could have 3 and he would have 3. As long as I get the 3, then I would win. Because at that point, I would be 6 games ahead, and I would be 6 games ahead with 3 games left. And they'd be physically impossible to come back from.
Okay.
As long as I have a margin over 4, then I'm good. I could literally go 1 and 3 as long as if they don't get anything, I could literally if 4 games ahead, then I still win, technically.
All right. And in Yinzer Max Pick'em tournaments,
Yep.
Conference A, it is YTC, who is the 6th seed versus the number 1 seed, Iconic Flame. And they will go up against the winner of this match, Pat Boy, against Yinzer Mac.
Yinzer Mac.
And it's Conference A. Now in Conference B, it is Hunter Lee versus LC Muscles over here.
What's that?
Uh-huh.
That's me.
And it will be me, the number 4 seed, against Depressed Ginger. Ooh. Looking forward to that.
I'm excited, man. I'm excited for this week, man. And if I win, I will get a jersey of my choice. And that's where Max as well.
What jersey would you pick if
I'm
it
picking
is your choice?
I'm picking TJ. I'm personally going to get either an LC Muscles jersey or a TJ Watt. More like my first choice is going to be a TJ Watt jersey because I do want a road TJ Watt jersey. I want one. That is one I have been wanting for a while. Or I'm thinking either a road TJ Watt jersey or a block. I need a new block jersey.
Oh.
I would get the
pick,
block.
Tim? What would be your choice if you won that jersey?
If I won the jersey, I had this jersey many years ago. Don't know what happened to it, but I have to have the jersey once again of the 3-time Super Bowl champion, Pro Football Hall of Famer, and the NFL's all-time leading rusher,
Emmitt Smith.
22.
Catch 22.
Catch 22. I would go with Bradley Chubb.
Really, Bradley?
I'll go Bradley Chubb because I like his name. His Chubb.
I like that though.
Plus, we signed him to a contract last year, and he's probably going to be here for quite a while. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see how these tournaments go. We'll see how these games go, because that is it for the divisional round of the Four Horsemen of Pick'ems. Now, like I said earlier, next week we will open up the floodgates. So whoever wants to come on and say what they want to say about the AFC Championship and the NFC Championship will be welcome to do so. So that's it. Got Bofas on the sofas.
It'll be a lot easier next week.
What's that? What was that?
It'll be a lot easier next week to have a lot of people come on.
Yes, a lot easier.
Yeah.
Plus, I am tired as hell because I did not get a lot of sleep this past couple days as I was in Orlando visiting some friends from out of town. So, yeah. Good time.
Nice.
Got Bofas on the sofas every Monday on Mr. Garrison 96. Myself, Mr. Gay Bear, Romy, and my brother Austin. Just 4 dudes shooting the shit. If you like good times, come on over. Bofas on the sofas every Monday afternoon, 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Fantasy Football Fever is now on Friday.
Yes, we are on Fridays about 10:30 Eastern, 9:30 Central. So yeah, it's getting down to the nitty-gritty here in
Nitty-gritty.
the playoffs. Yeah.
Yes, sir. And LC, he'll be here next week.
I'll be here next week.
He's just here so he won't get fined.
Exactly.
He's just here so he won't get fined, Marshawn Lynch. That's right. Okay, so that will do it. Appreciate each and every single one of y'all for tuning in. And yes, I had an absolute blast in O-Town. Hope to go there back once again, but my wallet says no at the time. So, for play the clip, which one? I'm not sure which one you're talking about. So I guess I'll pick a random one. So
Damn.
There we go.
Damn.
Relatable. Marshawn Lynch. That's right. I don't have the Marshawn Lynch clip. I'll probably get that sometimes very soon. So, with all that being said, for LC Muscles 28, for Tiny Tim, say Pizzle, saying peace out and fins up. Baby. We'll see you guys next week.
See you guys later. Stay awesome. Steelers next year will be another great year. I'm excited, especially for going some games. And also, how about those FAU Owls, baby? Getting their win.
Go Owls.
Continuing to do well in regards to getting back to the Final Four next year.
Come back next week, everyone, because we want to hear from you.
We want to hear from you. That's right. See you next week.